Welcome back to more Backpack Hero here. We are going to be looking to explore our enchanted swamp here, open up our shop, continue on, maybe get something nice at the forge here. Here is our backpack as it stands currently. We're trying to go for an archer build, but we're really trying to force it at the moment. Berserker ring, we kind of have to get rid of these. That does mean we're not going to be able to put up much block there unless... Oh, actually, Berserker ring is fantastic if we go for structures, right? So maybe that's what we try out, if we get the option to do so, of course. Now, shield is good early. It does put up a little bit of block. We then give these arrows bonus damage. We then fire the arrows for a bit of damage. Then we go in. Go 1, 2, and we leave it there. Now obviously the more that we discard, the better off our mossy mace is. So speaking of which, we go discard, discard, we then go for the attack here. We're getting quite a bit of passive block though. How is that all coming through? Does that give us passive block as well? No. Okay, interesting. But now we've got a lot of damage. So we go 1, 2, and 3. And we actually take no damage as well there, which is fantastic. You do take damage though, and then we just finish you off this way. We don't need to heal up or anything, so we'll just leave it like that. Put some more gardener's helmets. I don't think we need any of that. A small key would be quite nice. Dragonfly, interesting, but not what we're going for. The rest is kind of garbage there, we'll just ignore that. We still want to keep our deck semi-thin there, in my mind. Okay, what do we have here? Oh my god, a robot toy. It's a projectile, it's an accessory, conductive. For each connected mana stone, this item gets +2 damage. Each turn deals 1 damage to all enemies. Oh, so it just does damage by itself. Interesting. I like that a lot. Brass knuckles. Add 1 damage to scratch. We're not going for a scratch build. Lizard King's sword. So it reduces the cost of more expensive ones. Don't think we really want that. Down to a minimum of 1. It is for combat though, so if we could get like a 4 cost weapon that reduces down to 1, that would be quite nice. We do have a small arrow. What were we selling? We're going to sell our boots and our helmet. That may be crazy talk, but that now means that we get extra energy from our Berserker ring. I quite like that. Now, how do we go about fitting this and this? Do we go something like this into this, into this? Hang on, it's got to be touching completely, doesn't it? So we go like this, we buy the arrow here, take this back. Now when we fire this, oh no, we need to make sure that it touches everything, don't we? So we go like this, go like this. Now it's firing a wee bit more. It's not touching the middle one though, so we have to go something like that. We have to go like this, but then that means that that one doesn't get fired. We go like this, and then like this. There we go, now they're all getting fired. Not much damage to them, 6 damage, 2 damage, and 3 damage, but it's starting to get a relatively potent source of damage, so I think that's well worth it to start with. We will check out what our source of danger is. Okay, it's the wizard. What do you have in your shop here? Survival guide, we've seen that before. Daisy blade is the crappy one. Everything else is pretty trash. We could remove some items, which I'm not opposed to. 10 gold, but we want to save our money in case we've got something good in our forge. Now speaking of which, why don't we head towards our forge and look to open it up. It's a few enemies. You're adding some dodge to yourselves. Actually a spiral lance, is pretty damn good. We'll pop that there. We'll give ourselves some block because why the hell not. We'll pop this here and just fire it out. Hang on, this one gives bonus damage to these. So we'll go like this. No, go like this. Because I believe this is the one doing the most damage. 7 damage, 5 damage, and 2 damage. Let's pop this one to start with. We do have 4 energy now. Are you giving block every time you get hit? I think that's your passive, isn't it? Yeah, it gives block to all. Okay. Well, in that case, you're adding poison. Why don't we go for you here? 11 damage, or do we go like this? 7, 5. This is now more damage, so we go here. Go here. We'll smack you with the spiral lance. Oh, that does give block to everyone though again, doesn't it? Okay. We're going to take some damage here. That's fine. That's fine. We will go for you because you do add a dodge to yourself during the combat. Are you guys cowardly? No, you're not. Okay, great. We don't want you guys to run away. We can heal up a little bit. We can give extra damage here. We'll go for this as well. Now we're doing big damage with this. Fortunately not quite enough though. Let's go here. Let's go here, here, and we don't quite have enough. Now does this fire multiple mini shots? It actually does, so it does go through. No, hang on, did you have the, I don't even know. I'm losing the plot here. I'm losing the goddamn plot. Now, we don't want boots and other things there, so do we start looking? I still think we only get 3 spaces now. Alright, that changes things. I think now maybe we just start going pretty far up with this one here. So maybe we just start building all of these out so that we can increase the height of these. Because we can't put this down here unless we spend an item. We spend 2 points on this and then like 2 points on all of these. So I don't think that is worth it. I think we just start maybe putting some slots around there so that we can get some extra bonuses though. What are our extra items though? Spiky carving, we're not really using that one. Mossy carving is good at healing, but we don't really want it. We could go for this, which we could sell. And we might as well take the sapphire that we could sell as well. And what do we have in our forge here? 3 damage to a weapon is pretty damn good for our arrows. Haste to a shield, haste to structure. Haste to a structure, if we start getting some structures there, I would not mind that at all. We'll head over to our shop here. And we will sell our poison ivy. Get some gold for us. Now we have the gold for our structure. Now you are cowardly, aren't you? Okay, we will go for you then. We'll go here. We will do this, which actually banishes it. How much damage is here now? 9, 5. Okay, this is well worth it. Now our crossbow is actually doing some pretty great damage. And it is indeed enough to take you out there, I believe, just. We actually have 1 energy left over. Now, passive block, of course, is our concern. Or is a concern. Actually, that was a free card to summon, wasn't it? I should have done that. Get some damage in here. Put some block in, which now means this does more damage. 15 damage. We heal up for a little bit. Now I think this is 9 plus 3, so this is 12 damage. This is more damage now, so we go 1, 2, and we kill you anyway. Okay, no problem. Shield. Shield is good, but this doesn't work if you have a shield at all, so we actually can't get a shield that way. When an enemy kills a weapon, add 3 haste to self. That's actually pretty good. That means more passive block. I actually really like that. It can sit anywhere on here. You do have another crossbow. It's exactly the same as the other one. Now I wonder when we level up whether we can change these to a different color. I'm going to guess no, but it is an interesting concept. We will finish picking out of that lot. We will keep going. Yeah, we'll head down here. Actually, no, we're going to sell... You won't take any more items? Okay, never mind, we're not going to sell anything. We do not have any more shops, so if we find a legendary that we can sell, we won't be able to. Extra damage this turn. Go for that. Flowering arrow. Bows behind are used. There we go. And again, that's a situation where if we had maybe, you know, I don't know. Maybe we could add 2 of these colored slots over here, then fire this way, and if we have 2 crossbows back to back, then we could fire them both and do a whole bunch of damage. Now that's obviously horrible if our enemies have spikes, but that's an issue for tomorrow Sandoya or later on Sandoya. Not from, oh god, okay, we've been tempted. We have been tempted. We're still quite a ways away from level up though. I don't think it's worth going for. Poison arrow. Reach empty space to the right, because it's pointed right, it gets 2 poison. Poison's pretty great. Although that means that the poison adds 8 poison and deals 1 damage. 8 poison is great, but it does mean that our pretty anklet there isn't working. So I don't think we want that. It is a great one, but we're going to ignore it. We do have a chest of valuables with something to be added to our deck. A pot carving there just sounds like a great one there. It's just free cycle, free card draw. I don't think there's a situation where you wouldn't add that into your draw pile. I'm sure there are, but for right now I don't know any. Now you get buffed up. I wonder if that means that you are stronger. So bows behind are used. We'll start here. This costs us nothing to play. We don't want to lock up our empty spaces here. Now, how much damage is this doing? 5, 3, and 3. Actually, can we discard this? No, we can't. No. So 5, 3, and 3. It's actually more damage than that. So we'll go here. Here. Now you did 8 experience beforehand. Now you're doing 8 experience still. But you're now doing more damage. So we should not be doing that. We should be killing you first if we get the option to. I honestly thought beforehand that we got more experience for doing so. Quite clearly not the case. So you live and you learn. Okay, bonus damage first on these. We then go for some extra arrow draw. Bonus damage. Bonus damage. Now this is what we like to see. 12 damage, 8 damage, 3 damage. So now we should be doing a heck of a lot. Let's see how much we're doing. Is that 23? 23, not bad at all. So those bonus damage plus draws there. Now I can see why we'd want to remove some of our draw pile here. Bring it down even lower. And we can actually fit in a lot more arrows along here too. So we could fit in an arrow here, maybe point it across the right as well. We will see though. None of that really appealed to me though. We do have an area behind here. We'll use up our key to access it. And what do we have? Kind of trash, honestly. But we will use a warm drink. Sapphire is kind of meh. We really would have loved to pick up a structure so that we could upgrade it. We could go 3 damage to a weapon though. Honestly, 3 damage to a weapon is not horrible. We'll just quickly check if we have any better arrows or a structure in here. We do not. That's an accessory. That's a wand. It's a weapon. Okay, so we go back to our forge and we just upgrade one of our arrows, which is better than nothing. We go 3 damage to... This one's being used quite frequently here, so I think we go for this one. Yeah, I think we go for that one. There we go. And it does actually stack up quite a bit more, so I'm happy with that. I think that's a pretty good outcome for where we were at and where we want to be. Okay, Enchanted Swamp. 2 of 3. Onwards we go. Battle start. Now you are annoying next turn, you are annoying this turn. This is actually the first thing that we've got it here, right? Weapons column get this effect applied on use. Oh, I see. So does it discard? No, so we do have to pop it here to start with. No, it does discard on use. Yeah, this carving is discarded, but now we get on use. There we go. So the Belt of Dreams is now working on both of these. We can then heal for a bit. I wouldn't mind going for you in the back there just to take you out, although you do add lots and lots of stuff there. So maybe we just go for you. Let's also use our warm drink. We'll throw this first. How much damage is this doing? 9. Whereas this is a wee bit more. So we'll go... Hang on. Did that cost an energy to use there, that cup? I don't know. Anyway, we're just going to start wailing on you. 1, 2, 3. We're going to take the damage here. It's only 4 damage plus the poison. The curse is thankfully a small one, and it's destroyed when combat ends there, so I'll take that. Not the end of the world. Arrows behind get plus 50% bonus damage. There we go. We get some extra card draw as well. Maybe some extra arrows. No such luck, unless... There we go. So now we got extra bonus damage again. We have 23 damage going on now, so we start... 1... Wait. Oh, that's 23 damage just for that one. Okay, so now we're stacking up the big damage. Let's go here. We now go for you, and we take you out in one shot. So that Belt of Thorns is going very... Expert bow. Oh, we need it. I don't need it. I haven't even read it yet. The first arrow in each row to the right gets plus 3 damage. Why is the first arrow in each row to the right? So we go something like this. We then pop all of our arrows here. Or do we go something like this? Sure, just yet. I think we go like this. The issue is... No, we have to go like that, right? But how do we do it now, though? Okay, I think we get rid of the crossbow. We keep this. We don't get a level up here for a while. So, we go like this. We go here. We go here. Wait, that's the upgraded one, isn't it? Yes, because of the forge. We go here. We pop this here. We then go like this. We take our money, of course. We do lose this though, and that is quite useful. That's 12 damage, that's 10 damage, that's 8 damage. Okay. I think our expert bow is the one to go for, especially with our extra damage that we're getting on top of it. I don't think we already have much of a say. Now, we do have a forge. If we did manage to get our brick going, because that is only based on armor or a shield. If we can go for structures, that would be very nice. Maybe I get rid of, oh, but if we, no, hang on, we can go like this. We get rid of this, we take this, we then take our structure. So we did lose a lot here. The good news is that we have a great bow, we have the startings of a structure, which we probably won't ever use, but we can hold on to it there until we get to our forge. So we're actually going to fight away to our forge right now and see what is there. Now we do want to go for you first, you don't give us any extra goodies there for going for it. Bows behind are used. Okay, we start here, because that is the rows, right? Weapons in this column. Weapons in this column. Okay, so it's always the ones below, so we actually can't do it under here. We go like this. We then go bows behind are used. We go like this. Whole bunch of damage. We then go for you. Wait, that one doesn't cost anything, does it? No, it doesn't. Oh, this costs one. That's why. The Belt of Dreams. Righto. Let's go here. And we go here as well. Good stuff. Easy. All coming up Millhouse now. Don't want the tunic. Don't want the extra damage weapon. We'll skip all of this. And now we go to our forge. What do we have? Regen, energy to clothing. Now we actually can take clothing. It's just so long as it's not armor. So why don't we check out... We don't have a shop there. Unless we get... What I would love... Burn to weapons, alright. Armor... Energy to a clothing. So if we get that like hoodie, which I think is clothing but not armor, we'll see. Anyway, we'll go here. What do we get? We get another Belt of Dreams here. I think that's actually pretty damn good. I'm going to take another one of those. I know. So much for a small deck size. You may have a point there. You may have a very valid point. A very good point. A very valid and good point. Let's see. Bows behind are used. Let's start here. Do you give block because you attack multiple times? No, you don't. Okay. We take out all your little minion friends. We then go here. And we can see that we're doing some pretty damn juicy damage already. And that's without having our bow fully optimized there in terms of the positioning. Obviously these arrows aren't doing as much as they could be doing. They are positioned a little bit better. We have a basic bow. Screw that. We got a legendary bow. We do need some better arrows though, that's for sure. Our arrows are a bit mediocre. I mean, sure. Is it? Yeah, it is worth doing that, I think. Yeah, the more of those that we get, buff up these, the damage they do. The bonus damage stacks with our expert bow, of course. Everything else is kind of meh. We might actually start removing some items here. Oh, can't get you, so I think we have to go for you first. So we'll pop this here. We'll get some damage for free. We won't block our arrows in the process. We'll go for the expert bow, which should take you out in one shot. Oh, you don't actually get buffed up until you... Oh, the honey guide dies. I see. Okay, so you're like a pair, little combination. We'll take out you in the back corner then. We don't need the heal just yet. We do have a lot of haste. Okay, we go bonus damage. Let's just run this through so that we make sure that we do it right. Now we're doing 21 damage, plus 21 damage, plus 11 damage. So then we just, actually we'll do the heal first. And we just fire it like that. Nice, we level up. We're gonna get 3 spaces. We need to get another arrow space here. So we go like this. And... wondering, do we... Actually, how many? Okay, we can go out further. So I think that we maybe go... Oh, I see. Okay, because we've done that one already. Okay. We need a lot more. I'm so disappointed that I use these ones here. I think we do go like this for an arrow here. And then maybe an extra slot here. I don't even know anymore. Extra slots. We might do here, in fact. Let's go for it. Okay, we get our items. Lucky carving is interesting. An arrow could be used somewhere here, right? I'm going to assume that we can get this working. Oh, we absolutely can. In fact, I think we go like this. Can we afford to do that, though? Hang on, that needs to be next to the weapons, doesn't it? Yes, it does. Actually, is it better to do it that way, or is it better to do it all this way? Hang on. We have to go something like this, do we? That seems kind of trash. I do want this still. Oh, that's right, the pretty anklet. That's how we're getting the haste. Which currently is not that useful, but will be at some point. Now, the structure is not that great either, just because we don't have the item there, so I think we can remove this one now. Now, this is currently 12 damage, now it is 14, so I think we do both like this. 10 damage versus 8 damage, so it is better to go across that way. Everything else here is kind of trashed here, so we're going to ignore that for now. I'm just worried about an enemy there that we just can't deal with. Ooh, heavy and conductive. It's a mana stone. We do have a wand. And we do have a teddy bear sword. Diamond. Diamond's not bad, but I think we maybe just skip that so we don't get the curse. No, you know what? Screw it. He who dares wins. I'm just addicted to the gambling. Okay. Got a glove. We don't want a glove there because it ruins its armor, isn't it? Yes, it is armor. So we ignore that. We head onwards. We could always keep coming back and rolling there if we want to. Oh, this is just great. So we go down here. Pop this. Bonus damage on these. And how much damage are they now doing? 20 and 16. 1, 2. Just realized that if we didn't use one of those rings, we probably still could have killed them easily without taking any damage. You live and you learn. Ah, well, we gotcha. Okay, teddy bear sword, not that useful. Shiny carving, no thank you. All of that's pretty trash. I say trash, you know, one man's trash is another man's treasure, but for me, it is not my treasure. We're not going to be treasuring at any point of our run here, so why don't we just leave it behind? Now, speaking of which, let's go to our healer. We will increase our max HP. I like the walk animation on Totes, that's very cute. Let's go for our max HP. Let's go up to our forge here. We didn't find any clothing that we really like the look of. I guess we just go burn to a weapon. We've already got... We'll just go for one of these here, because they're probably going to be the ones that we look to remove earlier, and I'd prefer getting better upgrades on those ones there, so onwards we go. We are still very far from our next level up, but we do have the finale here. So we do have an item that we can add. It's a staff. It's a projectile, deals 8 damage and adds 8 slow. Not bad. It's not an arrow though, is it? It's a wand, it's a weapon, it's a carving. The rest of this, again, I mean, removing status effects isn't bad. Removes 3 from all status effects on everyone. That could be quite good for me. It also removes haste. But then again, the haste is not doing anything for us just yet either. Oh well, we're going to leave it behind. We'll decide on that on a later stage that I feel like. Okay, we can actually heal up once, which is quite nice. So we can then card draw. We can then pop this here. The earlier the better. 50% bonus damage this turn. But tell me twice. We go 1. That is a lot of dodge there. That's the issue with our multi-shot. The good news is that we still take you out anyway here, so that boss was no concern. Each turn adds 1 energy, each combat removes 2 energy. All weapons get plus 6 damage. Okay, that's absolutely fine here, the glass bottle. The reason being is that we are not going to be using any armor or shield anyway, because we can't thanks to our berserker ring. So now, why don't we remove... Let's go this way. That's now 7 damage, that's now 9 damage. We go like this, we pop this bottle in here. So now we have extra damage on all of these. Plus 6 damage is actually pretty huge upgrade once again. And we finish choosing here. But again, as we can see, we are at a real premium for space with our regular items here. Only carving, ooh, hero carving. Can be played over other items. On summon, items behind are used and it's banished. Cost 35. If we could afford it, we absolutely would. You don't buy anything. Oh, if only I save money there. That's actually really good because we could then just use our expert bow for another attack. Everything else is a bit meh. We really care for it. We do have another item slot here. Electric stone, inductive, rare buckler. Nah, not great. Okay, down we go. So we've finished our enchanted swamp. Onto our next area, being the magma core. So we are nearing the end of our run here. Of course, there is the endless mode. I think I like the endless mode if I have like a really good run. I want to see how far it goes there. I probably would prefer just to go back to the start here and see kind of what other builds we can do, especially when we know about the green versus white slots being added here. Go for that there. Go for some card draw. 50% bonus damage. Bows behind are used. Who do you want to use it on? Probably you. Yeah, the one's doing damage to us. So we go for you first. We then go for you. And this should easily kill you. We actually want to remove this. We want to remove some cards from our deck as well. So maybe that's what we look to do next. As we can see, we're just one-shotting them. That's 35 damage, 32 damage, and 16 damage. So. Cap. No thank you. Gardener's helmet. No. None of that's really that good. We don't have a key. Keep going for our combats here. So now you're getting a little bit stronger behind. Extra damage. 3 damage. We'll go for you first. Should better take you out quite comfortably. 30 damage plus 27. That's 57. Actually, we can kill the one behind, can't we? So we should be doing that. 1, 2, 3. We now take out you, who's also doing the most damage to us. Now it's just you. Wouldn't mind having extra energy, but the Berserker's Ring is already a very good item anyway, so I won't be pushing my luck. 50% bonus damage, 50%, and we take you out. Okay. See, no, again, just really not good enough there. It seems like, I don't know whether I'm just getting unlucky with the green items, but it seems like there's not much variety. They seem to supplement more, so I still think in most cases you'd want to go for your white item slots there, right? Rather than your green. Bonus damage, 3 damage. Costs us nothing. This also costs us nothing to summon, but it does block off some of our extra bonus damage from our arrows. So I think we go 1. Wow, that's almost got you anyway. 2, 3, 1 HP off. So we're doing 89 damage a shot there towards the end. A roof is quite nice. A thread, not useful. Key is good. We're not really adding... The haste is actually that useful, so I think I prefer a key here. And now we finish choosing. We go back to our locked area, or do we have any other locked areas? No, we don't. So we go back here. We'll open this up now before we forget. It also frees up a slot for us, inventory space. Oh, here's our mimic. Oh, I'm so scared. Here we go. Wait. Gotta make sure that this is the extra damage, and now we go 1 and 2. There we go. So this arrow builder working quite nicely for us. We can take another key, because why not? We do have our dueling sword, but it's not what we want here. It's too big, too bulky, can't afford to fit that in. Okay, maybe we go for some card... No, we don't go for card removal just yet. We see what's at our forge. Always worth checking that out first, in my mind. Just in case we can stack up some nice things. Now, we can heal for a little bit. How much damage are we currently doing? 22, 19, what's that? 41, plus 16. So each of these will be one shot, but that will mean that we take some damage from you. I think it's better to take 2 shots. Oh, we actually have to kill you in order, don't we? So we go 1, we go 2, we go 3, and then we put up shield, put up 11 block. We also heal up for 3. Put that up as well. I don't think that's necessary at all. Definitely not necessary. Reduces our damage by too much. I was just about to say, if we get another heal, that would be quite nice. Not necessary though, we instead just go for the kill. 1 and 2. Done and dusted. Okay, tunic is not that good. Warm drink is good heal, but beyond that not necessary. Whetstone. Weapons in this row or column. Must have, oh, it's an accessory, so it's used up. Actually, I'll tell you what, that's not bad in front of our, or instead of our key. Or we could just sell it. Yeah, we could actually sell it there at our shop here. Let's see what's at our shop. We do have a pickaxe. We're not going for a pickaxe build this time. It was a lot of fun though. I can't remember if I did that on stream or for a YouTube video there, but it was a good one there. 3 slow, 2 block to armor, conductive. So adding slow enemy to a weapon there could be quite nice in one of these ones. Beyond that, what are we looking for? Okay, we're going to go back here and sell some things there, I believe. Or remove some cards. That's more what I mean. Let's go for this here. Let's fire this. Now you have tough. Damage from projectiles is reduced by 50%. Alright, that's going to be a little bit trickier. Just kidding. Just kidding. Oh, you died of the burn. Very nice. Okay. How do we go about this? We're getting 3 spaces per turn. It's going to be so many levels before we can even get this anywhere else in our draw area here. Unless we put it up this way, vertically, would that change things materially? Not... oh, hang on. What about if I spent 2 on there and then we had a bow this way that fired that way? Then, hang on, how many free spaces are we currently getting? Oh, I don't think that's worth it either. Unless we then aimed it back at the bow. So the building of this is actually incredibly important. Actually, I'm also wondering if we go like this, we can then use this arrow and point to the right as well. We could just have everything pointed to the right. I think I will do that actually. Now, what else do we do? I guess we just have to add some green ones. I wonder if we can save spaces. Let's see if we can save that last space. Get items. That would be quite nice. That way we could save it when we have 3 added from our next turn, so that we instead have 4, right? That means 2 full items there. So now we have extra damage from firing everything to the right, because we've got more open spaces out this way. We also have a Philosopher's Stone, which would be really nice to sell. In fact, I think I'd take that instead of the key. That's just good money. That means that we can then remove more items. So let's actually go back here and sell the Philosopher's Stone first. The 59 gold, that's very nice. We head down here. What do we have out of this area? Grape juice. Or 2 carvings. Interesting, okay. That's new as well. We have our combat here. Everything else is kind of meh in that area. Now we definitely start, actually, what's the most damage? 19, 22, and 19. So we go here, go for a card draw, go for 50 bonus damage, 30, 27, okay. But I don't think we actually have enough to kill you entirely. So we go for, actually, do we kill you in one shot? No, let's go for you first, because that means that we get the extra damage from our belt of dreams, as we can see at the bottom of this long list of text. We go 1, 2, and I think we actually have enough to take you out here now. There we go, great stuff. Now, we do have a dark headband which sells for quite a bit. We'll take that. Whoops, don't do that. Don't lose our bow. That's our win condition. We'll just finish there. We do have our level up still. It's trying to prompt us for that. We can get some max HP here. Max HP is still quite important for us. We can head over here, sell our new dark headband, because we're not using any wands. Got some free space. Why don't we actually sell this as well? I mean, it could be quite useful later on, but I think I prefer having the card removal. So now we're going to go pretty ham on this one. We are going to remove here. Why don't we remove our sword and shield? Or maybe I'll sell our tree shield just in case it's useful. Mossy carving is quite useful. I think we remove the spiral art. We only get 1 removal per shop. Okay. Well, in that case, we should have been removing as much as we could earlier. Hindsight is 2020. I'm sure all of you commenters were laughing your ass off about how confident he was there about being able to remove stuff later on. Aha. You got me. You got me. Now, actually, is this better damage? 18, 20, 25. Okay, that one is better damage here. So we'll pop it that way. And yeah, I guess we just head back down. Next area. We do have a lot of gold though, at least. So if we get a nice forge opportunity, boy, that's going to be good. That is going to be good. What else do we have? Hello. That is a lot of damage. So now we do it this way. We still want one more arrow so that we can pop this down here and then have another arrow facing out that way. Pop our acorn cap for nothing. Now you are the one doing the damage. Can we take you out here? 18, 36, almost certainly not, but we're going to try. One. When I said almost certainly not, I meant absolutely. I meant absolutely. Now the slow reduces block that they do. Right, okay. That's not an issue, as you're all going to die. In fact, we can just kill you all here anyway. No mercy. No mercy. Let's see. Why don't we pop this here as well? We should have done that earlier so that we get a little bit of extra bonus damage for each of these, because it's now not occupied by a space. We do have a meal. Could be useful. In fact, why don't we go like this? Why don't we go like this? I know that we just, you know, removed the option to not block these, but momentarily I think this is worth it. What is that? Our forge. Block to arm, block to shield, conduct to armor. Wow, that's horrible, considering that it ruins our berserker ring. Okay, we can remove another card though. Oh, piggyback. Piggy bang. On summon, it's discarded. It's played. The item this is played on is destroyed. Add 2 gold. Ah, okay, right, okay. No, we're not going for that one. We will go for more bonus damage though. We will also remove another one that we don't want. And I think another one that we don't, pardon me, that we don't want is the spiked carving. We don't mind a bit of block there every now and then, but the other one really wasn't that useful for us. Now, we do have an item to add here. We're going full on arrow build here right now. I know that we are kind of overloading our deck, maybe not the right way to go about it, but too late. Can't be stopped. I won't stop either. No desire to stop. Okay, energy will be great here if we need it. Okay, we start here. We go bonus damage here. We then fire this bow off. You do have some thorns, some spikes. Oh, spikes only if melee damage. I completely forget about that every single time. One of these days it won't be a surprise. Now, you do more damage when you get hit. How much damage are we doing here? 34 plus 40, that's 74. Why don't we just pop this and kill you in 2 shots then? Your rage is inconsequential when you're dead. Overgrown arrow again. Skip the rest. We do have our first level up. It keeps prompting me for that, but we won't need it just yet. We'll go over here. Do we have any more arrows? No. We really need 1 extra arrow here. Until we get that, we kind of are doing less than optimal amounts of damage here. Ooh, Cobra. Okay, bonus damage. That's what this one does, right? Yep, bonus here. Bonus here. Cobra will be done in 1 shot. You have reduced... You have damage reduction there on projectiles. Still not enough though. Still not enough to deal with us. All of that's okay. Not what we want though. Now we go here. This is going to be a pretty quick floor, I think. Go bonus damage. We go like this. You're the one doing damage to us though, so we probably should go for you. Alright, nice, nice. What else do we have? Nothing there. Nothing there. I think what I need to do with Tote there is actually take some of those increased luck rings after each battle, and that way we might get much better cards to add into our deck here as well. So I think it's a win-win situation for us. This floor was quick, not great, we didn't even get to go there. The forge was bad for our build, but I guess it's going to happen sometimes there, right? We do have the energy that we will pop immediately here, and I think this is our end boss, isn't it? So let's see. We have this here, anything that we want to add? Not really. We will keep going to our card removal, the merchant. Ooh, cherry bomb. Weapons behind get plus 300% bonus damage. Weapons behind this are used. Weapons behind this are destroyed. Interesting. Okay. Again, I don't think we want any of that. I think we remove one of these, and I think we remove that carving there. Maybe should have removed one of these big attacks here, because at least the carving does something without blocking the bow. A real shame that we couldn't get an extra arrow. I believe that we'll have the cheese here. Bonus damage, fire that. Now you are getting extra haste. You're also doing quite a bit of damage here, so let's just go in on you. Getting a lot of haste, actually. You are getting a lot of... Oh, she's slowing by as much as getting haste. Interesting. I like that a lot, actually. We won't do this turn. We'll leave it for next turn, I think. Although doing it early would have meant more damage as well. I think we're going to have you here. So we go down like this. We go for the 50% bonus damage. We go for our meal. We might as well pop this down for 1, right? Yeah, why not? That way we take no damage. Now let's go in. 28 damage, 35 damage. The burn is also helping out a decent amount. 38 damage to finish off. Actually, if we didn't play our shield, we would have killed you. So maybe that's something to bear in mind for next time. But the good news is that we have you here. We can even just celebrate a little bit along the way and take you out. And then why don't we just take you out as well? Good stuff. We get a level up. And what are we going for here? Great question. Great question indeed. We choose 3 spaces. Did we only get 1? We're going to get 2 spaces this level up then. I guess you get less as you go further on there, right? It's harder and harder to expand your backpack. I guess we could go like this and then just upgrade this one later on. Done. Get some items. There we go. We have finished the run. Good bit of experience, good bit of items destroyed. Doesn't really matter. You can check that if you want to. I don't think we'll be... Oh, 1 death heals up. Items can be placed in illusory spaces as long as at least 1 space is not illusory. As long as at least 1 space is not illusory. So this is the illusory spaces. Items can be placed in illusory spaces, these ones here, as long as at least 1 space is not illusory. So we have to have 1 space open here the whole time. Is that the idea? Figure it out. The rest don't really matter to me. We do have that heal, of course. We now head through. Here is our cheese. We will click that. I do really like the bow that we've gone for. And we could carry on with this game here a wee bit. But I think that's going to be the end of the episode. And I think I will go back to a new game here. Maybe we'll try something else with Toad. I do think Toad is a very interesting character. Interesting concept as well. I feel like at the moment, maybe this is because maybe Toad's a new character, but I feel like her deck elements there are maybe a little bit weaker. Maybe just the cards aren't as good as what you'd expect. Maybe we just didn't get lucky with many rare items. Maybe we need to add some increased luck so that we can get better luck throughout the whole run and add more items. I'm sure there was lots that I didn't get to see, but alas, for now, thank you all very much for tuning in. Greatly appreciate it. If you did enjoy the content, please do consider dropping a like and a subscription. Head over to twitch.tv/Sandora and drop a follow over there as well. And I will see you next time. Bye for now there, team. See ya.